This week on Simply Ming, Wasabi is going to start us off with two spicy cocktails, a Wasabi Michelada, traditionally made with Mexican beer, and then a non-alcoholic version, still spicy. Then one of my childhood favorites, Beef and Broccoli Noodles. Then I'm going to twist it up and make a vegan version of that, but it's going to be plant-based beef and broccoli bing. We're going to be wrapping up some dim sum. This is all coming up right now on Simply Ming at Home. So I'm going to shake this Bloody Mary. Quite often you don't shake a Bloody Mary, the bartenders just make it in it, but because I'm adding this, which is fresh wasabi paste, I want to make sure the wasabi, so instead of traditional horseradish, I'm using wasabi. I really wanted to incorporate to get a really homogeneous michelada, all right? So first you need tomato juice. And what we do is we top this off with beer, guys, right? So tomato base. The first time I saw this being made, I actually honestly thought it was kind of weird. All right, so then wasabi, add how much you want. That's a little spicy, that's very spicy, that's really spicy. That's what I like, really spicy. All right, we're gonna add to it a little Worcestershire, right? Worcestershire sauce, that's traditional. A couple drops of that. I love to add a little tamari, so gluten-free soy sauce. Again, just a couple drops like that. Then we have a little chili powder. You gotta have heat in your micheladas. Then I'm gonna just shake this with a little lime juice and then top it off with some beer. So let me here's some lime here. A little lime juice in there. Oh yeah. Now let's go ahead and shake this up. This is just to really incorporate that wasabi, right? I really wanted to get it well mixed in. All right. Oh, God, you can really smell that wasabi. So here now, gonna take fresh ice, just enough to make sure I keep the chill on it. And then take the tomato base, and I'm gonna fill about a third full, like that. Okay? Then crack open a beer, and top it on top. Just a little lime garnish, and this is a michelada. It is so good. I love the addition of the wasabi and the soy sauce, or the tamari. There we go. And last but not least, I like to take just a lime wedge like that, and you could serve it like that. All right, well, I don't mix it. I like drinking beer and slowly getting some tomato, then eventually you get all the tomato. Oh God, it's a great drink. All right, version without booze. Same thing, guys. We're gonna take this. This has the same mixture. This has no alcohol in it, right? So I'm gonna add a little bit more ice. I'm gonna just add a lot more of everything. It's just a really good Virgin Mary, it's called. But because we got the tamari, the Worcestershire, the fresh wasabi paste, it's just a better tomato juice, right? Like that. There we go. And then, yes, heat. Yes, chili powder. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and give this a really good shake. And this has nice fresh ice, so I'll be able to use this ice since it's not going to get waterized. So here, without the beer, is a Michelada El version. There we go. Same though, you gotta make it look pretty, so get yourself a nice lime wedge as well, and go like that. So there's the Michelada without booze, and here's one with beer. So cheers. Apparently, tomato juice is one of the healthiest juices you can drink, so remember that. I like it. I'm a big savory guy, so for me to do something savory, I think it's a great breakfast drink. We're making beef and broccoli, guys. So we got oyster sauce and sesame oil. We have fresh noodles. We have a little bit of chicken stock. We're gonna mince some garlic. We're gonna mince some ginger. We're gonna make some cornstarch slurry because that thickens it up. We're gonna do a velveting technique. This is egg white. We're gonna coat the beef with egg white, and we're gonna slice up some scallions and work with a little bit of broccoli. All right, so let me show you the steak. This is what flat iron looks like, guys, right? And as you can see, I've already sliced a bunch, super thin pieces, but I want to show you how that's done. Flat iron was about this long. You can see this nice marbling. I like to just come on the bias. You see it's like 45 degrees, and you almost like shave it. I'm not going for a whole piece, right? I'm just trying to shave a piece off like that, right? This is going to be plenty for my beef and broccoli. All right, so we're gonna put this beef just in a bowl. I'm gonna add this egg white to it. All right, okay, garlic. So this is garlic. I'm gonna mince garlic for both of the dishes. I mentioned I'm doing this beef and broccoli, right? But then I also wanna do a vegan version. Both of the dishes are gonna require garlic and ginger. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all my cutting right now. Just take your time with garlic. I like to mash it because it makes it nice and flat, and then the garlic doesn't fly everywhere. There's really no right or wrong with mincing garlic. The only thing that is correct technique is you eventually want all the garlic to be the same size, right? Because you don't want a big piece that doesn't get cooked all the way, and the small pieces can disintegrate. So I'm gonna take half this garlic, put it in with the beef, okay? Half the garlic goes in with the beef, all right? This half we're saving for the next dish. Then, a little ginger. This is washed, back of a knife. Great way to peel ginger. All right, flip it around. Spoon works just as well. I actually use plastic spoons, the tasting spoons. They work really well because the plastic edge of a spoon is actually quite sharp. I was surprised. All right, you want to get all the skin off. Doesn't taste bad. It's a little bitter, but it's chewy. All right, so here's a little bit of end. So this is a nice peeled piece of ginger. All right, so then here we then, again, this is for 2 recipes, guys. Right, so I'm gonna cut this and make it flat. Super thin slices, as thin as you can go. Take your time, no heroes. Look at my nails. I'm using my nails to hold the ginger down, right? Taking my time. And when you get to the last one, that's okay. I don't need to be a hero. I do about 2 stacks, because this is a lot of ginger. So stack them up twice. I have these end pieces. I'll do those first. Again, julienne. So as thin as you can go, also called bâtonnet, right? And just keep them all lined up, because then we're gonna go one more time across the ginger to make mince. And just take your knife and let your knife do the work. Let your knife go through the ginger. Ginger is so striated, you have to use a knife to give yourself a good mince. All right, there we go. So, in the meat, ginger. Gonna get a little salt and pepper because I know there's oyster sauce coming in. Definitely like black pepper. All right, so now, hands are clean, guys, right? I'm gonna really get in there. And you can see the egg white. See how the egg white is velveting? It's kind of coating. And I have the garlic and ginger that's giving it flavor as well. So this, guys, you can do, and we can cook it up. We're gonna cook this up in about 3-4 minutes. But you could give yourself a half hour, just let it sit, because that garlic and ginger is just gonna get better and better and better as we go. All right, scallions. So here we have scallions just washed. Take off the end. And here we're gonna do just simple slice. I'm gonna save just a little bit of the green part for garnish. The white part, as you know, is stronger. All right, and here's plenty of scallions. Again, this will be enough for both the dishes, so I'm gonna save some. Obviously, if you're cooking one or the other, then you can double up and use all that garlic ginger for the first dish or the second dish. All right. So here are the scallion greens, tons of them. And the scallion whites, you guessed it, putting in with the beef. Nice strong scallions in with the beef. When I stir fry that, it's just gonna meld together. Give me some great flavor. Gonna get in there with my hand, really mix it in. You can already tell by just looking at that, right? That looks pretty flavorful, right? All right. The last thing I will add to the beef, just a touch of sesame oil. Okay, a couple drops, like that. So now I'm gonna get a spoon. Keep my hands clean. Okay. There's our beef. Broccoli. So here you have broccoli. I like to just cut the top off first, and you're gonna get a lot of florets like that. And then here I just break. I like to hand break, right? Then the stem. I try to cut it on all four sides, and that kind of peels the stem, if you would. The stem is the best part of the broccoli, guys, not the florets, right? So I like to peel the broccoli like this. Now I have this great square piece. You want to make sure you get all that hard stem off. Now this, that's nirvana, guys. That is so tasty. I'm gonna just make broccoli squares, like that. This will cook, because stem is so much harder, right? It's gonna cook the same time frame that these florets. All right, let's go cook. Boiling water here, guys, right? Make sure it's boiling. Never add salt to unboiling water because it could peel the bottom. So I'm gonna put my broccoli in first, right? Look how green it gets immediately. Because of the salt, the broccoli gets green. See that? It's like twice as green as it was raw. And all I'm doing is trying to get the rawness out of the broccoli. So then you take a spider. I'm gonna take this broccoli like this. Doesn't take very long, guys, right? Keep it nice and green. And take that out. The reason I'm doing this is I want to use this water a second time. I'm going to rinse this with cold water because what I don't want is this to overcook. So just a little bit of cold water rinse, like that. You have to do that to stop the cooking of the broccoli, all right? So now I have a really nice hot wok, right? Take a little bit of grapeseed oil. About a tablespoon. All right, coat it well. To that, I'm gonna add all of my beef, garlic, ginger, scallions, touch of sesame oil, right? Spread it out. Egg white, right? Now I can add my noodles. Okay, noodles go in, move those around. Beef is cooking, looking good. See these noodles that come apart. These are pre-cooked noodles that are fresh, kind of weird. They pre-cook them, then they pack them fresh and actually freeze them. They're the most awesome noodle. A little bit of oyster sauce. Made from oysters, yes. It's the secret of good beef and broccoli. Right about now, when it's still medium rare, is when I would add my broccoli back in. Okay. Then we have our noodles. Bring a little pasta water along for the ride. And there you go. And now we have beef and broccoli. And we are good to go. Okay, let's plate this up. A lot of food, right? Look at that. Oh, it smells so good. Look at that, guys. Scallions. Just like that. And I like to, because freshness of sesame oil. I put a little bit in the marinade, but here I'm just going to put a little bit on top. And the last thing I like is actually a little more freshly ground black pepper, so you can see the pepper. Oh yeah. That's beef and broccoli, guys. Chow mein, beef and broccoli. I'm gonna try it. It looks so good. You could also, by the way, made this exact dish and just put it on a bowl of rice, right? Be classic. Wow. It's amazing how tender the flat iron gets by just being sliced on the bias. It's a good dish, guys. Vegan version. We have a plant-based meat. This is made from soy protein. There's a lot of good plant-based out there now. And we use a little bit of scallions, more broccoli. I've already cut my scallions. I don't need this, that's redundant. And I have a little veg stock. And I don't need ginger because I've already cut that too, right? And here's a great product. This is a veggie oyster sauce. So they make oyster sauce from oysters, and they also make oyster sauce from soy. So I'm going to use that because this is going to be a vegan beef and broccoli. So first, I'm cutting the florets smaller because I want them to almost, I'm folding them into a lumpia wrapper, right? So I need them to be smaller shape. I don't want big pieces. What I'd rather have is smaller pieces of broccoli to be cooked with the beef. Okay? I'm going to cut the stem, which has been peeled, into quarters and then cut it this way, right? So really small pieces of broccoli. All right, so we're going to take some ginger and some garlic. We're going to use it a third time. I'm going to drop in my broccoli florets first. The broccoli stem. Then I'm going to drop in the florets. And we're going to cook this same amount, just a little bit more grapeseed oil. We'll take garlic. And we'll take our ginger. All right. This is all going to be flavored. And strain these out with the little pieces. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm actually going to put this broccoli in the freezer. Why? I want to get it nice and cold, so when I add it to my hot beef, it can chill out so I can make my things real quick. All right, so I'm going to go throw this in our freezer. Then, all right, got a nice little sizzle going on here with garlic, ginger, and scallions. Okay, you can add our plant-based meat. You know, the plant-based is so amazing now. There's chorizo, there's pork being developed, there's chicken out there, there's this burger, there's breakfast sausages. I go every now and then. If I'm at Logan traveling, I am definitely not above going to Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks and those places, getting a coffee and getting one of their plant-based breakfast sandwiches. I love them. I mean, I don't eat them that often, but when I'm traveling and I don't have another option, and I don't really want to eat a salad in the morning, these plant-based breakfast sandwiches are really a great substitution for me. So here, you can see, just want to get it cooked all the way through. And honestly, cooking time takes about the same time as regular beef, right? So cook this through. All right, let's get that going like that. I'm gonna add a little veg stock too. Just a little veg stock will help it cook a little bit faster and give it a little bit of sauce. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm gonna add actually a little cornstarch slurry, which is simply cornstarch with a little water. You'll see this little bit of sauce that was there. See how it's thickening up? So now that sauce is now becoming like a binder, if you would, for these things. All right? So there we go. Let me give this a quick taste because it doesn't always come seasoned to what I'm looking for. It's really good though. Add a little bit of salt and a little bit of my veggie oyster sauce, and that will make it a very similar profile to beef and broccoli. Child safety proof. Right, little veggie oyster. Oh yeah. There we go. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna mix in the rest of this. So get a bowl. If you have a bowl that's been cool from just hanging out like this china bowl. Okay. So now I need this to spread out and chill. I'm gonna take my cold broccoli, add it, and hopefully that will chill it out so I can then use it to wrap. So here's my ice cold broccoli. So I'm gonna make sure that I don't have any big pieces. I'm gonna grab, yeah, there's a couple too big. These all look good. All right, so there, just cutting some of the bigger pieces down, right? Like that, add the broccoli. This looks good, like that. These all look pretty good. And don't forget the stem, right? So the stem is right there. Okay, so now, being cold broccoli, that's gonna greatly chill out the mixture. All right, I'm gonna spread that out, let that cool just a little bit, and we can make some bings. Cool. So, let me get a pan going first in the back. Let's talk about lumpia wrappers, shall we? So, these are lumpia wrappers. There's different types. There's the frozen ones that you have to painstakingly peel apart. These come with a plastic sheet, it's wax paper actually, in between. And with that, you get this great, super thin. This is made from wheat though, guys, right? This is wheat based. But they're fantastic. But they're super thin. So obviously with a warm mixture, they could break. So I'm gonna let this cool just a little bit more. All right, that's looking pretty good. So we're gonna make some beef and broccoli bings. We're not gonna make them huge because this wrapper is super thin, right? So I wanna keep it. And I have water. So check this out, guys. We're just gonna roll it over like this. We're gonna bring in the sides. We're gonna bring in the sides. We're gonna use water, not egg, right? Because I'm trying to keep this vegan. Just water on that side, roll it, and roll it again. See that? Little bang. Let's do it again, shall we? Like this. So guys, you can use an egg roll wrapper. You can use a spring roll wrapper. Lumpia, I love. Honestly, it would not be sacrilegious if you made with a burrito and make yourself a beef and broccoli quesadilla. That's not wrong. And it wouldn't be wrong putting in cheddar cheese or fake cheddar cheese, right? There's some great ones out there made from coconut fat. So roll and roll again. See that, guys? Couple of bings. All right, let's go cook these. So these are really fun, guys. Kids love them because you can eat them with your hand, right? Coat your pan with a little bit of oil. Lay the bing down. All right, and there's our two bings. All right, check this out. RDG and BAD on one side. Watch this. Oh yeah, look at those. But look how good that looks. See that when it's a nice thin lumpia wrapper, it becomes like translucent. See that? You can actually see the broccoli and beef coming out of it. Amazing, right? So that's gonna take just 30 seconds more, guys. We're gonna plate them up and drain them on some paper towel. Look how good these look. Oh yeah. See the backside looks like. See that? That's the backside, super crispy. So this is 3 layers. This is just 2, but you can see the 2. Come up here, let's plate these up. Super simple, guys. I think these are so flavorful. I don't know if we even need any dipping sauce. Look at that, look how healthy that looks. There we go. Because we have them, a little bit of scallions. Here we are, beef and broccoli vegan bing. They're really good, guys. I bet you with this michelada, it's gonna go fabulously. Oh yeah. All right, there you have it, guys. Beef and broccoli 2 ways, one with a cow, one without a cow. Some michelada cocktails with beer or without beer. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you guys next week. So, thanks for tuning in and Simply Ming at Home. And as always, peace and good eating. See ya.